Stay tuned for some magic. There we go. Partial booked. Gotta have my finger on the trigger in case the 15 seconds shows me what I'm looking for. So I'm long here based off a 15-second fair value gap. Thought process is we've cleared out relative equal lows and we traded into a key level that I was looking at. So I want to see if NASDAQ can find some footing. Do want to look to pyramid. The position is kind of light. So if it gives me opportunity to add something in here, I'm going to look to do that. A pyramid entry would probably be based off the 15-second chart. But I want to wait till I reduce some of my risk first before I consider adding more. So I'm adding a little bit more there to my long position. I'm going to trail my stop loss up. The $300 was kind of light. But I like scaling in initially. It's just something that I'm practicing. I don't know what TradingView is doing with the P&L. Like when I'm in drawdown, the dollar signs go up. It's been like a weird kind of glitch. So I don't know what's up with that. Guess I might get stopped here. So I'm not up $300. I don't know why it's saying that. But my actual P&L when the trade is closed is the actual like loss. So right now it says I'm up $500, but when I'm in profit, it says I'm in drawdown. It's very strange. Just tap that daily bullish order block again. Last line of defense is my pyramid entry was based on a 30-second chart. I'm also watching the down close candle on a 30-second chart, which is a bullish order block. At 9:34. Ooh, that was loud. I apologize. Yeah, it's weird. It's been doing that since last week. That's why in my trade executions, I would turn the P&L off because the trade would be in profit, but it says I'm down like $500. And that happened last week on stream where like I was in drawdown on a trade. I was short and it was like getting closer to my stop loss and it was saying I was in profit. And people were like, you got stopped out, but did you make money on that trade? No, I did not. It's just a glitch. I don't know if it's the trading view issue or a trade station issue, but no, they gotta fix that. So I'm watching this inversion fair value gap. I want to see if we can stay in the upper half of it now that we got a nice closure. So I'm going to draw this forward. Anything in the lower half at this point in time after closing above it here and here, anything in the lower half of this is problematic. We've worked the order block here, clearing out the sell side relative equal lows, working the daily order block again. So in my eyes, there's no need for us to come back to the order block a third time, but I'm allowing us to work in the upper half of the inversion fair value gap. So there's inversion fair value gap, and all I'm watching is do we stay in the upper half of it. I wouldn't want to see anything on a closing basis past midpoint. That's problematic. We've already done a lot of work down there. So if it revisits the lower half and if it closes past this midpoint, then to me that's still signs of bearishness. And then that's probably indicating that I could be offside. So this inversion fair value gap in the upper half is giving me a lot of insight on my trade. The audio's out. The heck? Mic check, mic check. The audio's good. Mic test, test, test. We should be good. It's low. I'm getting feedback on OBS. It says it's good. It's better. Okay. That happened last week. Like I don't do anything to the mic, but it just cuts out for a little bit. I don't know why. I think it's just time to get a new microphone because this one, I've had it for a while. It may just be getting a little old. See, so right now it says I'm in $700 drawdown, which is obviously not really accurate. I didn't do anything to it. I didn't even unplug it or anything. I guess it just cuts out every now and then. All right, so we're at consequent encroachment of the inversion fair value gap. That's where I would demand a lot of speed. Like we would really need to get out of there because in my eyes, we shouldn't even be working in the lower half of it. So if I don't see immediate feedback or if I see a closure past that midpoint, then it's telling me that I may be offside. So that closure beneath, not what you want to see, problematic. Now the trade is just looking a little nasty. Even on the seconds chart, there's not a lot of means for support other than that down close candle at 9:34 on your 30-second chart, which we just tapped again. It's pretty much giving your typical no news Monday kind of price action. The risk is managed and everything is, as far as risk and my stop loss placement, I like where everything's at, so I'm not interested in closing it early. Yeah, it's the first trade of the week. I understand it's a no news Monday, so if it's a stop out, I'm perfectly fine with that. It's no big deal. But I want to give the trade a chance to run. I'm not going to let the consolidation or the little chop kind of force me to close it prematurely. I'll just let it do its thing without strangling it. So all I'm seeing now is, can we get back above the inversion fair value gap? Should we get back above it and then get that signature where we can't trade to the lower half, then that's ideal. But we get above the fair value gap here, the inversion fair value gap, we breach the lower half. We get back above it here. This is where I would want, this is where I would want to find support. Takes us higher a little bit. We trade to the lower half. So I'm looking for a closure above and either close above and not have any interest in trading back to it, even the upper half, or we close above, not have any interest in trading to the lower half. If we get that and start running away, then we're in a good spot. And I'm gonna take this P&L off because it's inaccurate, so we'll just do that. All right, so we got a closure above that inversion fair value gap. Now I want to see, can we stay in the upper half this third time or not have any interest in trading to it at all? And given the kind of week that it is, I'm going to take a partial just above that short-term high, which is pretty much at the midnight open. I'm not going to take a lot off there, but I will take off 5 if I can get it. And then I'm fine letting the rest run, and my stop will get moved to break even should we take out this high. Oh, P&L by ticks. It does the same thing with ticks. Like it shows it in the red. Like it's very weird, so I'm just gonna turn it off altogether. The P&L doesn't matter anyway. So we close above the inversion fair value gap. I'm watching. Do we have any willingness to trade down into it? If not, that's bullish. If we leave this bullish fair value gap open, which is also balanced price range, that's bullish. If we trade down to the inversion fair value gap, only work in the upper half, that's bullish. So those are all things I look for. And if we get above this short-term high here, I'll trail my stop loss underneath this swing low. That low comes in at 921, 920.75. First partial is in the crosshairs. Again, I'm only taking off 5 at that buy side and midnight opening price. And then should that get hit, then I'll move my stop to break even. Stay tuned for some magic. There we go. Partial booked. Nicely done. I'm gonna adjust this and then we'll walk through the rest of the trade. Seven contracts. I'm gonna take off 5 at the buy side. Should we get it? That would be your New York ATM model. And then I'll just have 2 on just running in case we want to get crazy and start posting all-time highs today. Yeah, that's it. Hopefully y'all learned something, man. I'll see y'all all back here for another live stream tomorrow morning at 9:15. All right? Peace.